Roman.
Thank you, Council President. Council President, I'm going to need a few extra minutes, probably about 5, on top of the 5 that I have.
We'll
if
give
that's
you
all right.
3. Let's go.
Okay.
Finish up and we'll see where you are in your report after 5 and ask for additional.
I'd like to
please.
congratulate Councilman Coates. The law was constructed for a reason, and it once again was held up. Congratulations, sir. Serve with honor and morality.
Thank you.
Stamp Out Hunger was awesome. I went. It was at the Links, as Armando said before. I want to shout out the postal workers. I mean, there were more bags than we could even manage. It was one of the craziest things. So awesome. I really want to help Links more, and I'm very interested in doing so. So I just want to shout out their walkathon real quick. Links Food Pantry Walkathon, Friday, May 31st, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Wilson Park. Cash and food, greatly appreciated. Please come support these. Such a great organization. May 31st, Wilson Park, 9 a.m. Call me for sidewalks if you need them. You know, I can help with sidewalks. Clinton Street and Liberty Street had a tree. I went out there for a separate issue, noticed a large tree hanging on a pole, about to take the wires down. Also very dangerously going over a house. We got rid of it. It was rotten. It was a beautiful tree, honestly, but it had to go. So you'll notice that stump there. Microchipping event last month. I went on a whim. I started GoFundMe. We raised funds. Thank you, Kelly Vlasic and Chris from Linois for our biggest donors. We raised $800 in 12 hours. We're donating it tonight to the police department. I'll talk about that later. Spray Park opening this Saturday, 1 p.m. County freeholders have built a beautiful spray park at Wheeler. It's going to last a generation. It's not going to cost you the money that the pool is costing you, and the Wheeler will continue ongoing. I'm glad to be able to be there to help facilitate that. Clinton Street, we're getting flashing stop signs through Accident Review Committee, or at least they've been recommended. I'm not getting the 4-ways yet, but I'm trying. Police Department has recommended flashing, so that's flashing stop signs, so that's the way we're going. First and foremost, I'm up here to be your fail-safe. I'm up here to serve my parents and the residents and make sure that there's no backdooring going on here. That's why I stood there for years, and that's why I'm up here now. There's been some attacks on me even tonight in this back room. Some were said in executive session, so I can't discuss it, but people on this dais sent emails to my boss trying to get me fired. They've threatened me physically and even alluded to my pending doom at one point this past week.
Councilman, please stick to the facts.
I want to speak.
That did not occur.
That is a fact. However, I want to speak about an update about the asbestos situation about last month. Every single day we are learning more and more about what happened. I'm happy to announce the state is investigating exactly what happened, and they are currently looking into any criminality that may have occurred. I would like to point out that I have known about this since I received an OPRA from the state late last year. However, I turned that information over to the state, who was already doing an ongoing corruption investigation into this city. After a few months, I was no longer comfortable holding on to this information. This is our community, so corruption and payoffs aside, I needed to tell you guys about what happened with these buildings. This is my job. The state will find out what happened here, and there's no reason to be concerned. I apologize, I lost my place. Okay. We don't know how much asbestos was released because there were no air tests being done, nor were they using water suppression, which is required by law. Keeps the asbestos out of the air. Weren't doing that. On April 6th, when the state went down there after one of our residents complained to the DEP to the state, the asbestos contractor was called after the company doing the redeveloper identified him as the asbestos contractor. So the redeveloper said, hey, this guy's our asbestos contractor. However, the asbestos contractor, once he got down there, admitted that he did not get hired to do the job. He didn't get the contract. He bid it for it, but he didn't get it. He actually was contacting them over and over again after he bid $200,000 to get the job, and he never heard back from them until...
Councilman, your time is up.
Council President, I need a minute or two more
We're
just
not
to finish.
discussing city business. I called you out on that.
I have 2 more sentences, Council President, please.
Two more sentences.
He's actually contacting, but he never heard back, okay. And he didn't get called out until he was right in the middle of the demolition. That's weird. There is a lot to this. It's a lot of moving parts, and I trust the state to do an impartial investigation. This is the final one. The majority here on council is willing to hide this, and they're willing to say things in order to hold on to this council this coming June.
Thank you
And
for your
everything should be
comments,
taken,
Mr.
that's
Roman.
said, should be
That's
taken with a
it.
grain
You
of
said
salt.
2 sentences? That's it. Thank you for your report, Councilwoman
Please do,
Cosby.
there are emails here,
Councilman, you're out of order.
There are emails here that are extremely
Councilman,
questionable from Ms.
You're out of
Warren.
order.
I have
That's
emails
the
in my
second time.
possession.
You're out
I
of
won't
order.
release them because I've already given them to the state.
Councilman, you're out of
Councilman.
order.
Hide
Show some
it.
respect,
Council
please.
President, your next step is to ask Mr. Roman to be removed, which I am not suggesting, but you're out of order, Councilman.
Keep hiding the truth from these people, because I'm going to bring it out.
Councilwoman Cosby?